All right, welcome. Today we're going to address the three trading emotions you might be dealing with or you are dealing with every single time you're into a trade. These three trading emotions or trading demons, I want to call them, is self-doubt, anxiety, and hopelessness. These three things really serve you no purpose whenever you're into a trade. Knowing how to find a trade is one thing, but knowing how to deal with your emotions while you're in that trade is a whole different story. How many times you're into a trade and you want to pick up your MT4 or you can't stop looking at every single bar that's appearing on the chart, or your anxiety takes over and then go through the roof and you want to close out, you want to do this and you're fidgeting everywhere. You just don't know what the outcome of this trade is going to be, or you're self-doubting yourself. You don't believe you fully know exactly what you're looking at. In most of the cases you do, and you are correct, which is self-doubt is a very, very big thing that everybody is going to deal with. And like I said, these emotions really never go anywhere. They're going to be there throughout your whole entire trading journey because they're immortal. You're human. So therefore, you're always going to be dealing with these certain things every single day. So it's always the best way possible to deal with them, to identify what emotion, what thing is really pinpointing your anxiety every single day. Are you self-doubting yourself? Are you worried about the outcome because you're comparing your future trade to your past trade where you did fail and this and that? So now you're more scared that you might lose this trade once again. Performance anxiety is a very, very big thing that trap so many traders and kind of put them in a little box they can't escape from by just knowing that, okay, I failed before, I'm probably going to fail again. And that's what I mean by that. You're so unsure about the outcome of that trade. So your anxiety, it goes through the roof. I want to ask you a question though. What is the first thing that pops in your mind when you enter a position? What emotion do you feel? Like, is your heart beating faster? Are you nervous now? Is your hands getting clammy and sweaty and things like that? Like, what's really going through your mind? This right here is a main thing that happens all the time that we don't even know that's going on. We enter to a trade and automatically we start to feel little butterflies in our stomach, or our gut feels real hurt and our stomach starts cramping up and this and that because we just don't know the outcome. All we really know is what happened to the past. And this is why I say all the time, comparison is a killer of all joy and success. You can't always compare everything you're doing now to everything you did before, because if you're a beginner in the very beginning, you're going to make mistakes. But now you've been studying, you've been practicing, you've been doing so many different things to better your trading. And that comes back to the first one, is self-doubt. You cannot self-doubt yourself. You got to have belief in yourself every time you're into a trade. But usually your answer will fall into the one of the three emotions, either self-doubt, anxiety, or hopelessness. These emotions leave nothing but destruction in their path, and can in many cases feel like a parasite sucking the energy from you every single time you're at your desk and looking for a trade. Like I said before, fortunately, there is a way to deal with these emotions. Unfortunately, they are immortal. You'll never really get rid of them, but you will learn how to keep them in check, and that's the best way possible. To achieve this, you must understand, more importantly, and pinpoint which emotional demon is really hunting you every single day. Because one of the three cases, each of them are a little bit different, and everybody will experience these three different things at different times through their trading journey. Self-doubt comes from the lack of belief you have in yourself. The self-doubt demon usually appears when you start comparing your ability to do something or achieve something to that of someone else. Also, by fixating your mind on certain outcomes like failing, not only do you become paralyzed to failure, but you close yourself off to other possible outcomes, meaning that your mindset is already focused, you're going to fail this trade. Therefore, you close out too early. You lose your patience. You start sweating and you get anxiety goes through the roof, and you don't believe you know exactly what you're doing. In many cases, you do know exactly what you're doing. You have to believe in yourself that you've been doing it for quite some time now, and you have progressed. Even if it's a little bit progress, that's growth, and that's really all you need to even take a single trade. So really believe in yourself every single time. And you would think that things like talking positive and self-affirmations will help you or be the solution, but they often do not work in the long run because they do not truly address the problem or type of emotional problem you are facing at that moment. So whenever you hear guys saying positive things every day, yes, they sound good at that moment, but really think about, is this really what I need to hear? It is really what's going to solve my emotional anxiety problem or performance anxiety when I'm going into a trade. You got to really think about them things. And I said it's often hard to think about the things you need to think about because it's so simple. You know what I'm trying to say? this simple thing as self-doubt, we don't say to our mind, oh yeah, I'm self-doubting myself. You don't usually say those things to yourself, or yeah, I feel my anxiety I'm rushing up. You don't say those things to yourself that, oh yeah, I'm being too hopelessness and just hoping that it goes my way and not really follow my process, right? It's a main important thing. Also, if you are self-doubting yourself, I want to ask you another question. Do you think you deserve this? Because if you think you deserve all the things in life you want to have, the big house, a nice car, the take care of your family and this and that, then you must believe in yourself. That's one of the most first important steps to doing anything, whether it be trading, your whatever it may be, finding companies, whatever it is, right? You have to believe in yourself. You can achieve this, and don't always compare your ability or your timeline to do something of that of someone else. You really have to think about that. Self-doubt has no place whatsoever anywhere around you in your environment. You can fail. Failure is a possibility, but you can't be paralyzed to it. You gotta understand that you can't overcome anything possible when dealing with this. You have to put more thought into the process and more thought into your emotion. When you're into a trade, trust the process. If everything is going according to your plan, you always trade every single time. That's really all you can do. You have to stick to the process and keep on moving forward. Self-doubt cannot be anywhere in your environment. If the answer is yes, then you can never have self-doubt. Like I said, you have a job to do. You have dreams to be realized. You understand failure is only there in the meantime, not for the long time. So self-doubt is really never ever going to be anywhere around you. That's one thing you can completely die off. You should never self-doubt yourself. You should always have the most up respect for yourself and belief above anybody else. Like about anybody else who believe in you, you should have more belief in yourself. And that's where the motivation and determination comes from, where you keep on progressing through failure, through ups and downs, through everything, right? That's a key important part. No self-doubt, only self-belief in ourselves every single time. If the answer is no, then you must self-reflect. You must meditate and think about, what do you want in this life? What type of legacy do you want to leave behind? You need to go back to your roots and figure out what motivated you in the first place. What really triggered your mind to say, okay, I need to do this. I need to be here. I need to be trained. I need to be learning how to do this right here. If you can figure that out, then I promise you everything like that is the best way possible to go. And you will really overcome that first demon of self-doubt. So this right here is part one. I'm going to go on to part two and record that also. So I see you later, guys. Have a good day.